YouTube? Camodo Gaming here, bringing you guys another one of these random talking videos. We did one of these a couple weeks ago, and I really just wanted to follow up on that video. Now, I don't plan to make this a normal thing, but I must say I was absolutely wrong about my channel. So yeah, first off, I want to open up and say that this isn't no doom and gloom. I'm not quitting YouTube. We're just gonna lay that down right now. It's not happening. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun, but after releasing that video, not gonna lie, I was caught off guard. I had this odd thing in my head going like, oh man, you know, maybe people just don't care as much. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, you had your glory day on YouTube, or your glory days, I should say. We've been on YouTube a long time, and that it was like officially over. Now you're just kind of a small channel, which granted, we don't get near the amount of the views that we used to get, which is totally fine. But you just kind of like settle down and go, all right, this is what it is. But something surprising happened with that video. And it was like one of those things where it's like, it made me feel absolutely amazing. So yeah, if we jump onto the video here, this is where I was completely thrown off. Like 237,000 views on an update video is actually a lot. You know, a lot of people sub to YouTubers, they're just there for the gameplay. They don't care really about anything else, which is completely fine. But it actually made me feel that warm, bubbly feeling that you get occasionally when it's like, oh man, you feel the love, and then, you know, 14,000 thumbs up. But it was really when I got down into the actual comments that I was like, I was sitting there with my wife, which, by the way, spoiler alert, I made a community post about this a while back, but yes, me and Pandora are still together, and we're married. That's us on screen. It's like another face reveal, even though I have an Instagram where you can see my face, but yeah, that's the thing. But yeah, it was going down in the comment section and like going through and reading the amount of people that are still like, they still remember you. They still like, you were basically, and it's a weird thing when you see it, when they say, you were my childhood. And it kind of gave me a renewed sense of, man, maybe I am going to be doing this for a long time. And trust me, I tried to respond to as many comments as possible. But yeah, there was a ton of them. Like literally, there was almost 3,200 comments there. And yeah, it was honestly amazing because you almost feel like people kind of forget, and which a lot of people do. You know, people grow up, they can move on. But just seeing that level of people come back to the channel, a lot of people were saying that they found the video randomly on their homepage. Like it wasn't even from the subscription feed. Like it was just like, oh man, I remember Camodo Gaming. So yeah, that honestly, it made me feel good. It kind of renewed my want to keep doing this for a good time. I mean, I wasn't in the video, I wasn't sad or anything. Like I knew I was going to keep going, but I felt like I needed to get a couple things out there about, you know, like the way the channel works, the views, the good old days, because, you know, we hear a lot about the good old days. But honestly, it just kind of put it into perspective, and it also put it into perspective that I do have a lot of new viewers now. A lot of people would say, like, hey, I don't even remember the good old days. Like, we didn't watch when you were doing Gmod a lot, or Scrap Mechanic and stuff like that. They're watching now. They're like, hey, I sub because you're playing Drive Beyond, or you're playing BeamNG. And yeah, it just, honestly, it made me feel good. It made me feel good for the old viewers and the new viewers. And that's where I have, like, a new commitment where I'm like, okay, you want to satisfy both. Now, I did try out a couple experiments this week. I tested a Gmod out. It did absolutely horrible on the main channel. It just doesn't get pushed. It doesn't get pushed into the algorithm. Unlike if I put it on Camodo 2, which, by the way, that's, if you want your Gmod fix, it is on that channel. And yeah, it just gets pushed harder over there. It actually gains a lot of subs. It actually gets into suggested traffic a lot faster. So I do think that's, you know, a decision, and this is where I was debating on what I was doing after the Future of Camodo Gaming video. Because a part of me almost wanted to, since I saw those old viewers, was like, hey, maybe I should stick Gmod on the main channel again and, you know, try to do stuff like that. But I just came to the realization that I think I am doing it the right way. And you guys kind of cemented that, like, you know, by looking at my new viewers and then being able to direct my older viewers over to the second channel. It's like, if you still like that roleplay, Gmod, doing silly videos, maybe some repos, Phasmophobia, other horror games, that truly is the place for you. Or if you're feeling really good, you could sub to both channels. But yeah, I made a community post thanking you guys about, you know, like, all the support on this video, but I felt like it would be better if I did it where I can actually talk straight up to my viewers. Which, like I said, you know, a lot of people just think like, oh man, it's just, Camodo is just this like machine, which yes, I do get it. I do a lot of posting and not a lot of talking. I'm not morally one of those. Like, there is a personality there in the videos, but I don't do a lot of like, hey, random vlogs, updates, which, by the way, we're at too many games right now when this video is being released. I'm probably looking at the comment section right now going, oh my goodness, you feel that bubbly, warm feeling again. But we will be hopefully vlogging this a little bit while we're here at Too Many Games. But yeah, this is just not the style of video I make very often, and I don't plan on doing this very often. But I just really needed to actually say thank you guys for all the support on that video, because like I said, it just kind of renewed a lot of like, or I don't want to say renewed, it more like cemented like what I'm doing the right thing on YouTube. You know, it's like I'm not view chasing and stuff like that. I just simply have several types of audiences, and I'm just trying to get all that sorted out. That way, I think there's something for everybody here, whether it's on channel 1 or channel 2. Now, if I scroll down in these comments, most of them, it's like tons of support and all that. Some were questions. I'm not going to be able to actually dig through and find all the questions. There's so many comments here, which, by the way, I haven't even gotten to like everybody's comment. But there were several like questions, and I think I'm going to probably try to bring those up. One big one is Minecraft. Are we bringing this back to any of the channels? And right now, I don't think that currently fits any mold, whether it's Camodo 2. I mean, if it did, it probably would be on Camodo 2. But there is one thing that, and I think I actually touched on it a little bit in the first video that I did. While I I said do. While I do videos for the viewers and I try to play all the games that, that they want to see, I do also want to play games that I want to play. And right now, Minecraft's just kind of not one of those games. I don't know. I have really burnt myself out on survival games. Like, I used to love to play them in my free time. And honestly, I just absolutely avoid them now. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just the grindiness. I don't really enjoy them. And there's a difference between like a survival game like an Ark or a Minecraft and something like Monbazoo, which is just like kind of a car survival game. But it's more like car based, and it's like the survival aspect isn't as like hardcore. So yeah, that's probably something that you won't see on the channel, at least not anytime soon. Tiny Town VR was another really big one that I saw a lot of people ask about. And unfortunately, I don't feel it anymore. Like, it would have been nice if the game would have continued or gotten a sequel or gotten more expansion packs. But if I were to bring back a series, I'd have to start a new world. And honestly, I would probably wind up just repeating a lot of the old builds, because that's morely what people ask for. And I'm like, I don't know. I tried to reboot it once. It did absolutely terrible. So that's another one that I probably want to put to bed, where it's like, it's probably not coming back. I mean, those are probably my two highest, like, people ask for games. It's like Minecraft, Tiny Town VR, and yeah, just kind of have to put them to bed here. But other than that, everything's just going to continue as we're going right now between channel 1 and 2. Still going to be playing with the boys, Spike, Cakes, and OB. A lot of people don't understand, like, those are my, basically, it's not like a business thing where it's like, oh, we just play together and we just run off and nobody talks to each other. Like, those are, I would consider, like, my best friends. Like, I'm literally hanging out with OB as this video comes out. Which, by the way, if you have any questions, anything else about the channel, I'm going to try to answer some more. But this is kind of like the final thing where it's like, I'm not going to really do this video unless something happens. But anyways, like I said, we're going to always play with them as much as possible. As long as the games make sense, you will see a mix between Camodo 1 or Camodo Gaming and then Camodo 2. There's always going to be a mix of collabs on there. So don't think if, oh, you don't see Spy Cakes in this collab or you don't see OB in a collab, that all of a sudden we're not all playing together. It's a mix. It kind of whatever works on each other's channels. That's another thing. So there's just a couple concerns and questions from the last video, last update, that I wanted to kind of get out there. And yeah, like I said, the title of this video kind of just proves it. I was wrong about my channel. I was to the point thinking that I was on my like final legs, like, oh, okay, it's like maybe another year or so. And I still kind of had that thought when I released the video, because I've never been like, I don't get nervous while releasing videos, but I was absolutely nervous when I released the Future of Camodo Gaming video, because I was like, either this can go one or the other way. A lot of people might be like, oh, bro fell off, or it's gonna really cement what I was hoping that I was gonna see was, and that was just like support and a bunch of people coming out going, hey, we still remember you. So yeah, I was completely wrong. It completely renewed my sense of like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. At least I can do this for a while longer. You know, I never know like when the end is actually going to come up. Like I said, we're coming up on the 10-year anniversary of doing this, which is absolutely incredible. Like, I remember the day I sat down and said, hey, I want to do YouTube. I was in a miserable job at a hotel. I was watching the crew play like Call of Duty and GTA, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to invest $100. I went out and bought a Yeti, and I immediately, which probably I would never advise for anybody to do, I immediately subscribed to like Adobe, the suite where you get Premiere, that's where I edit videos, and Photoshop. And I was like, I'm going to try my hardest. And then, of course, Scrap Mechanic came out, did some builds, got some traction, and I soon realized, like, this is what I want to do. You know, nothing else has really worked out a lot for me in, I don't want to say in life, because that always sounds like, oh man, nothing was working out. Like, I was fine. But from a job standpoint, I went to college. The industry that I went for, which was gas and oil, had crashed right when I got out of it. So I just kind of ended up working in a hotel going, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life. And then YouTube came along. I was fortunate enough to have success, and I'm fortunate enough to be here today still doing this. So once again, thank you guys for all the love and support. And yeah, I just felt it necessary to follow up on that video and just inform you guys that I'm thankful. Still a real person here with real emotions, not just the machine that pushes out videos all day. And you know what? Like I said, comment down below with any questions, concerns, and we'll see you guys in the next video.